In this Warhammer 40k battle report, we see the Dark Angels versus the Adeptus Mechanicus. Welcome to Vanguard Tactics. I'm Stephen and I'm so excited to be running this new Adeptus Mechanicus Codex today. So a massive thank you for Games Workshop for giving us that preview copy, and I cannot wait to see what these guys can do on the tabletop. This is going to be an absolutely awesome game. So up next you're going to meet my opponent and the army that he's going to be running.
Hi there, it's Joe from Vanguard Tactics, and today I'm going to be bringing an incredibly elite and specialised Dark Angels force. I'm bringing the first and the second companies, the Ravenwing and the Deathwing, headed up by Belial. If you like Terminators and you like bikes, this is going to be the mission for you. So now over to Steve for the mission.
So the mission we're going to be playing today is Scorched Earth. This is a 2,000 point strike force mission. There are 6 objectives laid out on this table, and we're going to be playing over this city fight game. Now in terms of terrain, we've got a complete mixture. We've got dense terrain, we've got difficult ground, we've got obscuring buildings, and also we've got good firing lanes to see what this Admech list can really do, but also providing plenty of cover to give those Dark Angels exactly what they need to make sure they can get into position and really excel in combat. So how this strike force mission is going to work: both players can score up to 100 points during this game. There are primary objectives and there are secondary objectives. Each player can score up to 15 points per battle round, which there are 5 in each of their turns. So that will give them a total and maximum of 45 points on the primary. They're going to score 5 points if they hold 1 objective in their command phase. They're going to score an additional 5 points if they happen to hold 2, and they score another 5 points if they happen to hold more than their opponent at that time. Both armies are going to receive 10 points for both being battle ready. And then also both players will have to pick 3 secondary objectives, each of which are worth 15 points each. So when we cover the armies, we'll also go over those secondaries that we're going to be taking in today's game. As I mentioned, I get the pleasure of running the Admech today. So let me take you through the army that I've got for you. This is a Lucius detachment. It's a battalion, it's 2,000 points. And if you want to see the full list, all you need to do is check out in the description below and check out the blog page. And I'm going to do a full army review video, and we're going to go in detail into why I've chosen absolutely every single one of these elements in a lot more strategic detail. Now, for the army list, we've got a Tech Priest Dominus. He's going to give me some rerolls. I've then also got 2 of the new Scutari Marshals. They are also going to be helping me get reroll 1s to wound for my units. We've then got 2 units of Rangers, 5-man. They get a new pre-game 3-inch move, which is absolutely fantastic to get these guys into position. We've got 3 units of 3 Breachers, and they've got their arc rifles and also the hydraulic claws. In the elite slot, we've got 2 units of 5 Ruststalkers, and then we've also got a larger unit of 10 Ruststalkers, and I've actually upgraded one of the Princeps to have a Fight Last relic, which is going to be absolutely clutch. I cannot wait to see that come off. In the fast attack, we've also got 5 Cerberus Raiders. We've got 2 units of 3 Iron Striders, and they're kitted out with the las cannons. In the heavy support slots, we have 3 Dune Crawlers, and they have the twin Fossil Blasters today. And then also in the transports, we've got 2 Dune Riders. They've got a transport capacity of 12, and they can also be taking those infiltrators now, which means that's a great delivery system to get these really hard-hitting combat units exactly where they need to be. Now this detachment is a Lucius detachment. They get an additional 3-inch on their range of their weapons, and also any damage characteristic of 1. This army is going to get +1 to their saving throws, and they get some awesome warlord traits and relics that I cannot wait to show you today. So the secondary picks that I'm going to be taking for this army engage in all fronts. I've got a fast mobile army. I should be able to get in each of the table quarters consistently. I'm also going to take scramblers. I've got some nice little tricks where I can redeploy late game, and also I can put things in deep strike. So I'm going to deploy those scramblers. And then finally, for my third option, I'm actually going to take While We Stand, We Fight. It will be the 2 units of Iron Striders and also the 10-man unit of those Rust Stalkers. They're the vulnerable one, but if I can score 10 points, I'll be really happy with those selections. So over to Joe, and let's have a look at his list along with his secondary options.
So today, my Dark Angels army list, I'm bringing a Vanguard detachment and an Outrider detachment. The Vanguard detachment, which has got my Warlord in, which means that it is free because it's pure Deathwing. I've got Belial, a Terminator Librarian, who is now a Chief Librarian, a unit of 3 Blade Guard veterans, a Deathwing Ancient who has been upgraded to the Chapter Ancient, a Deathwing Apothecary who has been upgraded to the Chief Apothecary, and 2 units of 10 Deathwing Terminators. Half the unit have got Stormbolter's Parafists, the other half have got Thunderhammer Storm Shields. And then in the Outrider detachment, I've got a Primaris Chaplain on a bike who has been upgraded to the Marsh of Sanctity, and I also have 3 units of 3 Outriders. The secondaries for today have been a bit of a tough choice, but I'm quite confident with them. I've gone for Bring It Down, because Steve has got a lot of tanks, a lot of vehicles in his army list. I've also gone for Stubborn Defiance. It's a Dark Angel special objective. I've got a nice objective tucked in the corner there where I can put a core unit with objective secured on that and hopefully hold that for the full game and get all the points. My third, which was a difficult choice in this matchup, I've gone for Mental Interrogation. Steve has got a lot of characters on the table, and my Librarian's not going to be doing a much heavy lifting in this game in terms of throwing out psychic powers, although he does have access to some really good ones. But my hope is that it's either forces Steve to play defensively and not bring his characters in, or he just has to give up and just realise that he's going to be giving me 15 points for this game.
So the armies have deployed. Joe, talk us through where your deployment's laying at.
So I've got everything on the table, nothing's in Deep Strike Reserve. I've got 1 unit of Blade Guard in this building here. I've got a unit of Stormbolter Power Fist Terminators in here with 2 units of the Outriders, and they're basically in a good position to reach out in whichever direction I need them to go. And then the rest of my force, with all my characters, 10 Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators, all in here. All my characters are kind of bunched up. It's like that big wedge, and my plan is just go...
And this is the objective you need to defend for your Stubborn Defiance.
Yeah, so I want as much defence around there as possible. And I've got a unit of Outriders here on the line, because obviously if I go first, I can hunt them, push forward, kind of like move block your pre-game move if needed to.
Very nice.
But obviously if you go first, then I can pull back into a safer position.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So I just started off with my Dune Crawlers, spreading them out across the table to get a good amount of firing lanes. I'm just trying to get as many of Joe's drops down as possible. I then put my breaches down as a screen. And then what I started to do is put my Dune Riders down right in the centre. They've got all of the infiltrators inside them. One's got my more combat-based marshalling. And then I just waited for Joe to put all of his drops down because I had a lot more than him. And I put down my Iron Striders to get good firing lanes into his real heart of his army. And I've got my Cerberus Raiders in front as a nice screen. And obviously they get that pre-game move. And I've used my Rangers in some tactical positions as well, so they can also pre-game move those 3 inches, then move their 6 and deploy a scrambler in the midfield. So I've got some nice synergies there, ready set up for this game, yeah?
Cool.
So it's now the roll-off, so you goes first.
Yeah. So I'm on the black dice, you're on the white dice.
Let's do this.
It's a double 2.
Reroll.
It's very exciting.
It's a reroll time.
It's a 4.
It's a 2.
So I'm going first.
So Joe, you're going first?
Yep, so now it's time for the pre-game moves. So I have to spend CP for the hunt.
Yep.
So I can push those bikes forward. Basically, I need to counter your pre-game move, because otherwise you're just going to pen me in with those bikes.
Yeah, and
so
because you're going first, you get to move to the first one.
Yeah, so I'm going to move those now.
Okay.
Turn 1, Dark Angel's movement phase is pretty simple. Obviously, I spent the 2 command points for the hunt. The stratagem that allows my Ravenwing bikes, basically, and I've used those to push forward, and then obviously I moved basically straight on the line here in front of those those horses.
And I couldn't really move much forward with mine, so
No.
I just had to go a couple of inches forward just to try and stop that consolidation.
Yeah. I need to keep the pressure on because those could be a really difficult and annoying unit to deal with.
Yeah.
So I had to put the pressure on those early game. Then this big blob here just moved into the building.
Okay.
Into the building. I got my litany off on my chaplain,
Yeah.
which means that I get the 5+4 no pain versus mortal wounds. It's not going to matter now, but it's a good routine to get into.
Yeah.
Make sure you get those off. A unit of outriders moved from in this building here behind the obscuring terrain.
Yeah.
And that was just touching that objective.
Yeah, nice.
There. I've got a unit of Deathwing Terminators, which is sat on this objective for my Stubborn Defiance.
Yeah. And that will have to be the unit that does it for the entire game now.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Unit of Outrider bikes stayed in this building, obviously behind, so they can't be shot at. A unit of Deathwing Terminators moved out to tow in on this objective,
Yeah.
but the other 4 are sat touching the wall.
Yeah.
Really buff up that cover save.
Yeah.
And then the unit of Blade Guard that were in this building have moved out onto this objective and touching the wall as well.
Very nice.
Extra cover save as well.
Lovely.
And that's it for my movement phase.
Okay, very cool.
Psychic phase, I don't really need to do anything right now. Like I could do Righteous Repugnance, which is a psychic ability which gives me reroll to hit and wounds. But the only unit that would be useful one would be the bikes, and they're too far away.
Yeah, and you don't want to risk the perils.
No.
There's no point doing it.
Yeah, so the psychic phase, done.
Shooting phase.
Shooting phase, very, very basic.
Okay.
It's literally going to be the unit of Outrider bikes shooting the unit of
Cerberus Raiders.
Cerberus Raiders. That's
Very
the one.
nice. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So, hitting on 3s. Toughness 4. So I'm winning you on 4s. It's a very good roll.
It's a very good roll, mate.
So that is 6 saves at -1.
Now, because this is a 1 damage weapon,
Yeah.
and I'm Lucius, I get +1 to my saving throw.
Oh, very nice.
So it cancels each other out. I've just got a 4+ save.
Yep.
It's not a great roll from me there, and that is 1, 2.5 Cerberus Raiders dead.
Very nice. That is my shooting phase complete. Super quick, super easy. 2.5 dead Raiders. So now I'm going to charge them with that unit of Ravenwing bikes.
Okay, now I can actually use a stratagem here to move them away.
Yeah.
And you will be able to declare another target though
Yeah.
with this stratagem.
So that's the change to the Tactica Obliqua. So before, you couldn't declare anything else and just run away.
Yeah.
But now I'm allowed to redeclare.
I do get to move a full 12 inches. I am happy, I think, to spend that stratagem, move away,
Yeah.
because I think this unit could be more useful later on rather than just giving you an easy kill, get them out of the way, so I'm going to go and do that now. So I spent my 2 CPs, I've moved away 12 inches, but you are able to declare another unit.
So I'm going to charge into the Dune Rider,
Okay.
aka the Toaster, aka the Tugboat.
Right,
So
do it.
I'm going to go in. I've rolled a 7,
You're
so
in.
I'll move those in now. My plans are going to be basically to charge in.
Yep.
And basically
Move block it.
Move block. Oh, that's the pipes.
Yep,
Move block like that, and move block like that.
very nice.
So I'm still going to be able to get all my attacks,
Yeah,
but I'm not going in with an inch of those breaches.
okay,
So yeah,
lovely.
I'm going in for my attacks. Hitting on 3s. That's a very good roll.
Strong start, mate.
Yeah,
On toughness 6.
So wounded on 5s. This is a wobbly building. That is 4 wounds and -1.
Now it's 1 damage, so I get that +1, 3
Yep.
plus save. 2 have gone through.
Oh.
10 wounds left.
Solid.
Yeah.
And that is the end of my combat phase. Unless
Lovely.
you want to attack me back.
I'm good.
You good? All right.
On to my movement phase.
Yeah.
Now, did you score any at the end of your turn?
I get no points this turn.
No points this turn.
No points this turn. Obviously, I'm starting my Stubborn Defiance. I score that at the start of my next turn.
Yep. And you're currently on...
I'm currently on 2 objectives.
Very nice.
Like, I've got OBSEC on that one on yours, but you've got OBSEC and more models.
Yep.
So yeah.
Okay, very cool.
All right then.
My turn. Movement phase roundup for the Admech.
Yeah.
That's pretty penned in here, wasn't I, Joe?
Yeah.
Full pennage.
I need it because I can't. Those Iron Striders move so quickly and you had those Rust Stalkers in that Dune crawler, you'd just be all over me in turn. So I needed to hold you back a bit.
So in counter to that, what I've done with my command phase is I've made my closest unit to you of those Iron Striders. They're going to ignore -1 and -2 AP. This is my low guy ability from the Holy Order from the Dominus.
Okay.
Okay. He's also going to give that unit, because he's Lucius, that you cannot wound that unit on a 1, 2, or a 3.
It's using my own rules against me.
How do you feel about that?
Just a bit annoying.
Yeah, so that's what we're rolling with over there. And then that's all the command phase abilities that I've got. The rest are just rerolls, auras.
Okay.
Now, in terms of the movement phase, the penned-in area pretty much stayed exactly the same. So all I've done here is I've brought the breaches forward.
Yep.
And these guys now, I've got a couple have got line of sight to this back outrider. And then the others could make a charge over to there. Okay. Yep. And I couldn't even move back my unit there. So I'm going to have to pick up that unit, ideally with combat. It was so penned in that I couldn't even fall back. So it was very difficult for me to move.
Yeah, but those not destroyers, the
breaches?
The breaches.
They're actually quite good in combat, so we'll see what they can do in a minute.
They're quite spicy.
They are good. Now over here, what we've got is moved the other Dune crawlers round, and then they're going to get line of sight on the Blade Guard over here, and also the Terminators. Move the other Dune crawler forward in Dune Rider, holding back 17 inches so that you can't charge me with these Terminators. And then what I've done is I've moved my Cerberus Raiders to get me that engage on all fronts for this turn.
Very nice.
And then for a scramble, the unit here of Rangers, that pre-game move 3, now move 6. And because they're over 6 inches away from my deployment zone, they've deployed a scramble in the centre of the table.
Very nice.
All right. But the rest of it, you've done a great job neutralising some of my shooting phase. So let's see what happens in my turn.
Okay.
Admech shooting phase.
It's a bit scary.
The power, Joe, is about to be unleashed. So I'm going to start off with the simple things.
Yeah.
I've got one Iron Strider with its twin las cannon. Can see this guy. So that's exactly what he's going to shoot at. The other two can't see anything, so they're not going to shoot.
All right then.
2 shots with the las cannon. Would you like to play any defensive stratagems at this point?
Well, no, I'm all right because you've got so much shooting. It's probably not going to go great for the unit.
So I go up to 7C piece.
Yeah.
I'm hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s to hit and 1s to wound because they have the core keyword.
Very nice.
2 hits right there.
Yep.
2 wounds right there.
So 5 up invulnerable save because they have moved. They have got Jink. Both go through.
So the first one is D3 plus 3 damage.
Well, it'd be minimum 4, so you kill 2.
Very nice.
Very nice. I'll take those 2 off.
Now you did a great job there because that was the only 2 I could see.
Oh.
So can't shoot the last man now.
That's
did
sad.
a good job. Good removal. Yeah. I love it. Good tactics. So that literally concludes that side of the shooting phase. These guys now luckily I positioned them in a way so I could see different targets.
Yeah.
So the other Dune Caller with his twin Froster Blaster is going to shoot at these guys here. All right.
Okay.
He's going to get 8 shots. Hitting on 3s, no rerolls.
Very nice. I'm wounding on 4s because that beautiful transhuman.
Yeah, because I'm strength 6 normally. It wasn't in the dice tray. That's 3 saves at -2 AP, and these are 2 damage.
Okay, so I've currently got a 2+ save,
yep.
And I get +1 for being in cover, so 1 up, so
back
to 3s. 1 goes through.
2 damage.
2 damage. 1 has got a wound left.
And then what I'll do is I'll shoot the 3 Cerberus Raiders at him.
Yeah.
So next up what I'll do is I'll shoot the Cerberus Raiders. They get 2 shots each at Assault 2, and they're going to also shoot those Blade Guard.
Yep, and these are the ones that do 6s or more. Mortal wounds on 6s, there we go.
Yeah. Hitting on 3s. So you've got 2 mortal wounds in that and 2 armor saves.
So 2 armor saves, both fine.
Yep.
But I do take 2 mortal wounds. That kills 1 and then moves 1 along.
Yep. I can't shoot with the Rangers because obviously I used my scramble ability.
Yeah.
But I do have the destroyers, the breaches over there.
Yeah.
And they're also going to continue to shoot those Blade Guard.
Okay.
2 shots each. These guys hit on 4s though.
Yeah.
And strength 6 -2, 2 damage.
Yeah.
And they've got a 36-inch range.
Oh. So you're wounding on 4s.
2 saves.
2 saves, a 3 up again. Both fine.
Okay. So next up, the other Dune Crawler can only see this unit here. Now they ignore the penalties of dense terrain.
Yeah.
So although there is a dense section between us, I ignore that.
Oh, very good.
Heavy 8 shots, range 36, hitting on 3s, so that's 5 hits. And then we've got
3 wounds.
3 wounds on those Terminators.
So again, 2+ save, +1 for being in cover. So 3s. All good.
All good. It's not looking good. And then the boat now, the Dune Rider,
Yeah.
is going to put all of his shots into here.
Yeah. Chip off some more.
It's 16 shots in total,
Oh.
but it's only strength 4, and it's got no minus and only 1 damage.
Yeah. But he's got 2 wounds left, so if you can chip off that 1 more, it's always useful.
Strong start there.
Yep.
Toughness 4.
4s.
On the dice tray. 2, 4, 6, 7 saves on your armour.
6, 7. So these are 2-up saves.
Oh, so 1 there.
Takes a wound.
Chipped him off. That concludes my shooting phase, so on to my charge phase. So before we moved on to my charge phase, I did shoot into combat with my Dune Rider, but I did nothing. And now we're on to the charge phase. So I'm going to kick off with the unit of breaches over there, which are right next to those Outriders. They're going to go in. They're in. And then I'm now going to charge with the other unit of breaches as well. They're also in.
They're also in. So move those in.
So combat phase, I'm going to move, first of all, with this unit of breaches.
Yeah.
And they're just going to move and consolidate towards a close enemy model.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm doing this is so that if I do, or if I don't kill the unit, then what I'm going to do is pen you in so you cannot fall back, okay? I'm keeping you locked in as well. Yeah. Plus putting more models on the objective.
Because a good way of doing it for me, if Steve doesn't kill the unit, I spend 2 command points to interrupt. It doesn't matter if I kill any, because I then spend another 2 command points to run away.
Yeah, and you can go straight onto this objective. Yeah. And then get the hold more. Yeah. So I need to prevent that.
But I am going to spend a command point for transhuman on the bikes. See if I can keep them alive. Yeah.
I'm going to get 3 attacks a model.
Yeah.
Times 2 strength with my hydraulic claws, and I'm -2 flat 3 damage. Oh. So I would be normally wounding you on 2s because I got the strength 10. Yeah. Hitting on 4s.
4s again.
Now I've rolled 4 of these. I'm tempted to CP reroll one of these while I can. I'm going to go for it. So I want this unit dead. Oh, so fail.
Oh. So it's -2, so 5s. All failed, so that's 2 bikes dead.
Yes.
Transhuman really paying off there.
Flat 6 damage. And then the next unit, I'm assuming you're not going to...
No, I'm not
Well, actually, you could... Well, once you've removed those 2, I'm going to then wrap that one, so you wouldn't be... I can still trap you in there, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not going to spend it, because it'll cost me 4 command points. I'm down to 5. Yeah. I'm not in a great place.
Yeah. So the next 9 attacks... And now, oh, that's much better though.
Just the one.
Transhuman's really coming through there.
Yeah. Oh, he takes it, so he's got 1 wound left.
Yeah. Which model are you leaving, by the way?
I'm going to leave the one over in
the corner.
The corner there, because he can't fail his leadership test at the moment, and it means that the boat can't activate and try and take off that last wound. Yeah. I'll get 4 attacks back.
Okay. Which unit are you going to put on?
I'm going to go on to the unit that's in front of me.
Cool.
Yep. So on this side. Yep. Hitting on 3s. Yep. Wounding on 5s because you are toughness 5. So no wounds.
Yep. Nice.
So that's it.
So at the end of my turn, I'm only going to score 2 points for my engage, but I did get a scramble down, and I still have my While We Stand We Fights on the table. Yeah. So over to Joe's turn 2.
Deathwing turn 2. Like movement phase, command phase, kind of roundup.
You scored 10 points for holding 2 objectives.
I did, yeah.
And then you scored 2 points on Stubborn Defiance.
I do. So it's a slow start. Yeah. Trickle start. In the command phase, the chaplain managed to get the +2 to charges off, and he managed to get Litany of Hate to get the 4 rerolls to hit.
And also, something I had to do, which is new for the Admech, is that I have, for my Skatari units, the Doctrine.
Yeah.
The Doctrina. And what I've gone for is +1 weapon, +1 ballistic skill.
Yeah.
across the army for all Scutari units.
Yeah, but that has a negative, doesn't it?
It does. It means I'm -1 weapon skill.
Yeah.
Unless I have a unit with a data tetherer in range.
Okay.
So I can ignore it because I've got the Scutari Marshal on the table.
Oh, very nice.
Now, the other thing I had to do for the Admech, which is just the breaches, is I've selected their canticle, and I've gone for reroll a hit, reroll a wound, reroll a damage this turn. And that's combat and shooting.
Very nice.
Yep.
Okay, so obviously I got those off, the two auras. Belial's put the Chapter Master rerolls on himself, because everyone else around him gets his reroll ones to hit anyway.
Yep.
The banner gave the unit here, which advanced onto the objective to guarantee our holding next turn, they're getting +1 to hit.
Nice.
So they're going from, well, their Thunderhammers are going from 4s back down to 3s.
Yep.
So it's a lot more reliable. And then the banner put the Thunderhammer unit that's going to be doing the charge this phase, hopefully.
Yep.
-1 damage.
Very nice.
Which is
Cool.
very good. And then that's it for the command phase. Movement-wise, 1 unit of Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminator is advanced to guarantee a hold this objective in your turn. Everything else advanced apart from the Chaplain on a bike and the unit of Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators, because we're going to try and push over to this corner.
You've got to get that, bring it down, haven't you? You've got to start cracking the nut.
Yeah, I've got to keep you pinned as well. Stop you from moving out too much. This unit here of Terminators with the Stormbolters Power Fist, they've just kind of moved in, sat on that objective, trying to get me my Stubborn Defiance. This unit here stayed where they were, so they're OBSEC holding that. The Blade Guard have moved forward here, so we can try and get a charge on to the riders, or if you decide to use the stratagem,
onto the Rangers.
I'm going to the Rangers. Same here on this unit of Outriders, and then the lone Outrider on his own, he's moved in as well. I've set up a lot of long distance charges, but I only need to get 1 or 2 off.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah, and it also forces me to spend 2 CPs, which I don't really want to do.
Nope.
Right, so on to the Psychic phase.
Okay, so in the Psychic phase, I'm going to be casting Mindworm on the front unit here, which means that you fight last.
Okay,
and you
cool.
take 'em what wood. It goes off on a 6, and then it goes off on an 11. And the second power I'm now going to cast is going to be Smite. That goes off on a 9.
Okay.
D3, just the 1.
Very nice.
So that's 2 mortal wounds onto that unit this turn.
Yeah, very nice. He's got 1 wound left.
Yep.
On to the shooting phase.
On to the shooting phase. So we said that would be the Dark Angel shooting phase, but I realised I didn't have that much shooting. So all that happened was everything over here shot into your
3 Raiders.
Your Raiders.
Yeah.
Clean them off, kind of thing. Blanc had a pop at your June thing. Did
Nothing happened, yeah.
So now it's the charges.
The important stuff.
The important stuff. I'm going to do this one first because this is the important charge.
So this is the Thunderhammer unit here.
Yeah.
Into the breaches.
Yeah.
Now you do get that +2. You're within 12, so it would normally be an 11.
Yeah.
You get that +2. You need a 9.
Yeah. So
here we go then, Joe.
let's try and get.
Oh,
That's a 7. I'm going to re-roll it.
you're gonna have to. 'Cause
Puts me-
it's big, isn't it?
It's big. I need this. Come on. 9. 9. We want a 9.
No, we
That's what
don't.
we're rolling. It's a 9!
How do you do it every time?
I don't know.
Makes me sick.
Magic. You call the number.
Oh, right. We'll move them in. Any
Move
other
it.
charges?
Does the chaplain make it? He's going to go in as well. He doesn't make it. Just the Terminator.
Thank the Omnissiah.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Now, I'm going to need another 9
Okay.
from this bike.
With the Outrider
with
into the
Outrider.
Rangers.
Into the Rangers.
Okay. I'm not going to Overwatch.
He's going to do it. That's a 10. You know, off he goes.
Hold it. Oh dear.
And now,
Blade Guard.
the Blade Guard, they're going to roll a 10. 'Cause that's what we need. It's a 9.
Thank the Omnissiah.
And now the other unit of Outriders
Need a 10?
also need a 10,
Don't do it, Joe.
I believe. Oh, it's a 2 there, so they're not going to make it.
Not going to make it, no.
Yeah.
Not going to make it.
Okay, so I'll move.
And then we'll do the attacks, yeah.
Yeah.
Combat phase.
Combat phase. I'm not going to go with the Terminators first because the unit of breaches that they run into are fighting last.
And you're scared that I might interrupt with my 5 Rangers and kill your Outrider.
So going with the Outrider first. I've got 7 attacks.
Okay, hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
That was a good roll.
That was a good roll.
5, nice.
Yeah. Wounding you on 3s.
Yep.
That's 5 wounds at -1.
Great.
There we go.
Now, I do get my +1, and I get a 4+ save. It's on 4s.
Very nice.
Lost 3 guys.
Oh dear.
2 left.
Yeah.
Be very afraid.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get rid of 1, 2, and 3.
And then he will pile in like so.
Yeah, to move block.
Move block and base you both.
You're basing me both, yeah?
Basing you both.
Okay, cool. So that means I cannot pile in onto the objective.
No.
Good move, Joe. Like it. Right, your next unit of Thunderhammer guys into those breaches. How many attacks are they getting each? You've left 1 guy out, right?
Yeah, 1 guy out, so I'm getting the rerolls.
So he'll have to just pile into there to attack.
Obviously, they are getting the +1 from the banner.
Yeah.
So I'm getting 2 attacks +1 for charging. 3 attacks each. So these are the Thunderhammer attacks going in. I'm hitting you on 3s.
Rerolling your misses.
Rerolling the misses.
Very nice.
That's very good. Very good. I'm liking that.
And now you're wounding on 3s.
On 3s.
T5.
Yep. That's a good roll.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad. So that is 7 at -2.
7 at -2. And I'm getting a 4+ save because I kick off with a 2+ armor now.
That's crazy, isn't it? Crazy good for them.
Come on, babies. Oh, you've just done enough. That's 3 have gone through.
Yeah.
Because each one's got 3 wounds. It's not worth a CP reroll. So I'm just going to pick up that unit. Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll pile them in.
So time for my attacks.
Yeah.
With my breaches. They're getting their 9 attacks onto your 1 bike.
So he's got 1 wound left.
And I get to reroll a miss. Still missed.
Good.
3 hits.
Oh, I should have transhumaned at this point. Should have done.
Get a reroll a wound. 3 saves.
-2?
Yeah.
So all 5s coming at you. No.
Thought I saw it then.
I thought it was coming at.
So he's dead.
He's dead.
Okay. Cool. And then I'm not going to pile into you.
No?
No.
No.
I'm good.
I feel like you should. And then, do you want to attack with your 2 Skitarii Rangers?
Sure. 1 hits.
Yep.
1 wounds.
Ooh.
He's
right.
okay.
There we go.
So on to my turn 2. At the end of your turn, did you score any points?
No.
None at the end.
None at all. Yeah. Starting to feel like I could have gone for engage on this one.
I feel like you should have.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, lessons learnt there, and we can always chat about that at the end. Right, so on to my turn 2 then.
Yeah.
So the command phase roundup. Again, I put this unit of Iron Striders here. They're ignoring -1 and 2 AP.
Yeah.
And you cannot wound them on a 1, 2, or a 3. Okay? I've got my bubbles forward, and so in terms of the movement phase, I got the 2 units of 5 Rust Stalkers out.
Yeah.
And then I moved the Dune Crawler forward. Sorry, Dune Rider forward. And that just gave me a little bit of wiggle room there with the rest of this stuff to kind of move forward, get some line of sights and maybe some charges on.
Okay.
Then what I did over here was I brought the Dune Rider forward with the unit still inside. I didn't want to get them out yet because I basically want to wait for next turn so I can give them +1 to hit in combat.
Okay.
So I want to save that. I cannot use my data tetherer if they're in there, which is really unfortunate. So they're going to hold, and I'm going to basically have some really difficult decisions to make. The rest of the armies swooped on round to bring me line of sight onto the bikes and the blade guard, and then give me a nice charge onto that lone outrider.
Okay.
This guy here also gets me that engage in all fronts, which was the important play there. So yeah, let's see what I can do in the shooting phase.
Cool.
Admech shooting phase. We're going to kick off with the stuff that doesn't worry about your -1 damage.
Okay.
So that's the las cannons.
Cool.
Because I'm hitting on 2s this turn, it does mean I should be a little bit more efficient.
Yeah.
So first unit of Iron Striders into this unit here, hitting on 2s, and I'll be re-rolling 1s to hit and wound because of my Tech Priest Dominus, and then also my Skitarii
Marshall,
that's his name. So it's 5 hits.
Nice.
Looking for 4s.
Ooh.
That's 4 have gone through.
That's 4 invulnerable saves of 4 plus.
2 gone through.
2 gone through.
Sorry, 2 dead.
Oh. Okay.
Next unit, I'll continue to do exactly the same.
And then that one. Ooh.
That's all 6 hits.
Lovely.
Oh, that was a good roll from me there. That was a
That's
strong...
5 wounds.
5 wounds.
5 4+s coming at you.
That's a good roll from you.
Oh, it's good though. So 2 more dead.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take those off. Just the one.
Just the Lone Ranger.
Just the one dreadnought, actually.
I'm actually tempted to kill him in combat. And instead, shoot the rest of my forces elsewhere. Start whittling you down as much as I possibly can. Because this unit is no longer reducing damage by 1, right? That was the unit I've already killed.
Yeah.
So that means all of my 2 damage weapons are better off going into a unit that can actually start to hurt.
Yeah.
So the breaches are going to go into this unit here.
Very nice.
So they're going to get 2 shots. Now they do get to reroll a miss. So that's 3 hits. And they get to reroll a wound. 2 wounds.
Ooh.
-2.
1 pass, 1 fail.
2 damage.
Oh, so 2 6 up, feel no pains. Both go through. One's got 1 wound left.
Okay. Then what I'll do is I'll shoot the Dune Crawler into that unit as well.
Okay.
8 shots. Now he gets the benefit of the +1 to hit, so he's all hit. Wounding on 4s.
Yeah.
And that is 5 saves.
Oh, that's -2, isn't it?
-2, 2 damage.
So 4s again. So 2 go through. So the first one kills him.
Yep.
And then the next one takes 2 wounds.
Okay.
1 wound left. So there we go.
Very nice. Okay then, so next up what we're going to do is, over here, this Dune Rider is going to shoot at your units of Blade Guard decks. One guy's got 1 wound, hasn't he?
Yeah.
We'll see if I can kill him off.
Okay.
One thing I did forget to mention is that I've scrambled in my backfield.
Oh.
So that's my 2nd scramble now.
Love it.
Okay, next up. The Dune Crawler from over here is going to shoot into the bikes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spend 2 command points here.
Okay.
1 to put Skilled Rider on, which means it's -1 to hit, and another one to transhuman.
Okay, very nice.
So you're hitting me on 4s, wounding me on 4s.
Yeah.
And that leaves me on 3 command points.
So I'm hitting on 3s.
-1.
Hit on 2s because of my
Oh.
Doctorina.
Oh, yeah.
And then 4s to wound. 4 saves, -2.
-2. So 5 ups.
Oh, it's a good roll there, Joe.
One bite
dead.
One dead. One
Yeah,
dead.
1 bite dead.
Times.
I'm going to rinse, repeat.
Yeah?
Now, I did shoot the Dune Rider, but we didn't do anything into those Blade Guard. So I'm going to rinse, repeat with the next one now, okay?
Okay.
2, 4, 6, 8. 2 miss.
Okay.
That's CP coming in well there. Oh, all failed a wound. What a whiffer.
Happy days.
Yeah, what a whiffer.
Happy days.
Next, what I'm going to do is the 3 units of breaches.
Yeah.
They're actually going to go into those bikes as well.
Okay.
I just want to get rid of that mobility that you've got. Yeah, and I think I'm more likely to kill them than the... Yeah. Reroll a miss. But I am hitting on 5, so it's only 3 hits. And no, you transhuman them, haven't you?
Yeah.
So I can reroll a wound roll. Nothing.
Oh, those lucky bikes.
They are durable, your army, you know, isn't it?
I know.
That's what they say about it.
It's almost like I made it that way.
Right, charge phase now. Charge phase. Because that's all my shooting done. What we're going to do is we are going to declare a charge from the breaches here into your
Outrider.
Outrider.
It's an inch.
Okay.
Can you fail that?
I'm in. 6 inches.
6 inches.
I'll pile that in a moment. I'm then also going to charge here into your bikes. Because then that stops you from falling back and charging.
I can spend 2 command points and
You can.
And run away.
But you can use those CPs if you want.
Oh.
They're in.
See what you did there.
Yeah. In fact, now I've actually moved, I'm just going to go to there. They can't hear or intervene, can they?
No.
Cool, so I'm just going to go to there to touch that objective.
Mm-hmm.
Right, nice. Next up, what we're going to do is this unit of breaches are going to charge that lone man.
They are brave.
5, they're in. I'm going to keep 1 on that objective. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put this unit here of my Rust Stalkers.
Okay.
I'm not going to get greedy, so I'm just going to attack that lone guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's a 10, so I think they're in. And I'm just going to stay outside of heroic intervention range from your chaplain.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the models onto the objective. And I'm just going to move block you as best as I possibly can. So onto my combat phase. I'm going to start with the Rust Stalkers. And if I start with the Rust Stalkers and I kill you, then they can consolidate and pile in forward, giving the breaches chance to consolidate forward as well. And maybe I steal this objective off you, because I really need to start catching up on the primary.
Yeah.
So the Rust Stalkers now are going to pile in, first of all. And I'm going to be able to get all 5 can fight.
Yep.
And I'm going to spend some stratagems. I'm going to spend 1 CP to get an additional attack. Okay, the Rust Stalkers, 4 attacks each.
Yep.
Hitting on 4s, because I'm taking a -1 to hit.
Yep.
That wasn't the best roll from me. But these guys have basically got power weapons now.
Yep.
And on 6s, they do mortal wounds.
Which is pretty gross.
So you've got 2 mortal wounds there.
Ooh.
And you've got 4 armor saves to make.
Minus?
It's -3, so it's going to be on your invuln.
It's going to be on my invuln. Okay. I'm going to do this.
Okay.
I've done it. I've done it. I've done it.
You've done it. That's big.
I've done it.
Because I can't get my obsec now on that objective.
Oh,
that's
so
huge.
Good.
It's a huge moment there, Joe.
So good.
I'm not going to lie, I do hate you a little bit inside. Anyway, so would you like to interrupt anyway?
Ooh, okay.
So he's got 1 wound left, hasn't he?
He's got 1 wound left. I'm tempted.
Okay.
Because I could interrupt, but then I can't do my Ravenwing runaway with my bikes. I'm going to attempt with this lone Terminator to take out those 3 destroyers. I
mean, that's a very bold move because I'm going to get a 4+ save.
Yeah, you got 4+ save.
Because I got a 2+ save.
Yeah.
In your -2. So I'm going to get a 4+ save.
But if I interrupt, if I could pick up 2, at least, because he's going to get 4 attacks, I'm getting the rerolls because he should still be in range of that chaplain.
You might keep me penned in there.
Might keep you penned in.
All right,
That's what I want to do.
He's gone for it.
So I'm down to the 1.
It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. He's literally going in blindfolded.
I know, right? I've missed 3 times, but it's okay because I get to reroll.
Yeah.
I've hit 3 times.
You've hit 3 times.
Thank God. Wounding on 3s.
Yeah.
That's 2 wounds.
It's 2 wounds.
2 4-up saves. It's a 3, solid start. It's a 2, even better.
What
I said
happens?
2, I got 2.
Like, I can't even kill 1 dude, and you're just like, oh, I'll go my 1 man. Bup, bup. Okay, right, so I'm going to have to leave that objective now. I don't know how you do it, Joe. Do I CP reroll 1? I should pass it. I'm going to CP reroll 1. Yeah, I can't let you get away with that sort of behaviour.
It's a 2. 2?
I might as well just give away CPs.
I could do with 1 more, if that's all right.
Right, so his attack's back now. It's all my attacks. He's going to get 3 attacks.
Absolute hero.
He's missed with all of them, but he does get a reroll.
Oh, spicy.
Still missed, cool.
You see, you've now made the triumvirate of 1s there, you see.
I'm not giving Admech a good showing, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Games Workshop.
Where's your reroll 1s, man?
It's an effect him.
Oh. He's like, not today, thank you.
I'm so sorry.
I'm happy to pick
Games
up...
Workshop don't hate me because I can't roll dice.
Well, that bike's still got all his wounds left, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, it's my attacks now.
It is your attack.
So they're going next.
I'm I am going to spend my last command point
Right.
to transhuman him. Because you've got 6 attacks, haven't you?
Yeah, but I got 2 models of OBSEC over there.
Oh yeah, you just pile in around, can't you? Oh well, I'll keep my 1 CP.
Can we roll a miss? No. Fours. No, even 2s actually.
Yeah, because
They did real good. So
I'm going to roll these 4 dice.
yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
So that's the end of my turn. Not as successful as I'd hoped. The Lone Ranger there being well annoying, but anyway. And what I will do is just go there to try point you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not very
After
nice.
me consolidation, but just to make sure he can't escape. And then we've got the 2 points for engage. Because this unit didn't quite get over.
No.
I've got my second scramble down. So then we go on to your turn 3, Joe.
Very nice. Dark Angels turn 3. Command phase roundup. Going into the combat doctrine now.
Assault Doctrine.
The assault doctrine.
You scored 10 points at the start of your turn because we both held 3 objectives. And you got 3 points for Stubborn Defiance.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really strong. So Belial, he put his Chapter Master rerolls on himself.
Yep.
The Chaplain did the Litany of Hate for everyone to get rerolls within 6.
Yep.
The Banner then gave the larger Thunderhammer Storm Shield unit +1 to hit,
Yep.
and it also -1 damage.
Yep.
And then the Apothecary advanced forwards
Yep.
in the movement phase and healed the Terminator, Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators that had a wound on it, so the 4-man squad's back to full. And then he revived
A second man.
in
From
the
that
other
lone
unit.
guy couldn't kill.
Yeah.
Now he's got a friend.
Raised him from the dead.
And at the start of my turn,
Yeah.
obviously because of my canticles and things, I had to, or to start the battle round, my Doctorina is going to be that I get +1 to my weapon skill now. So I get +1 to hit in combat. And then also for my Admech canticle against my, basically the breaches, I'm going to be -1 to hit in combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then over here in this corner, the bikes fell back to an inch away from the Dune crawler.
The Dream Rider?
Dune Rider, that's the one. So I've got an OBSEC model on this objective, an OBSEC model on this objective, and then obviously the Blade Guards move forward. All I have to do is kill these 2, Guitari, and that means that neither of us hold it because we both have an OBSEC model, we'll both have 3 models on the objective.
So we'll contest it, yeah?
Yeah, so we'll contest it.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So on to your psychic phase then,
Yeah,
mate.
so all I need to do is mental interrogation.
Because you've moved within 18 inches of my character that came out of that transport.
Yep. So off we go, and that's a 7.
Beautiful.
It goes off.
3 points.
3 points in the bag.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah. And then it's into the shooting phase.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. So this unit of Terminators here are going to fire their Stormbolters into that 2-man unit there.
Of Rangers, all right, very nice. So you're going to be -1 to hit because obviously I'm in the dense terrain.
Yep. So then 15. So it's 20 shots.
Yep.
Because I have 5 guys firing 4 shots each.
Yep.
So hitting you on 4s.
So we should expect with some math hammer, some averages, about 10 hits if you're hitting on 4s.
Yeah. So that is 4, 8, 9, just under.
Just under,
But I
yeah.
am wounding you on 3s now.
Yep, that's a good roll.
Yeah. So that is 7 wounds.
7 wounds.
No
Now-
minus now.
No minus, but because you're on 1 damage and I'm Lucius, I'm getting that +1 to my saving throw.
Yeah.
So I'm on a 3+ save. So I've lost 3 guys, they're dead. Very
That's
nice.
super helpful now because it means I don't really have to worry about you scoring big points over there now. Belial is going to shoot his Stormbolter, as it is Mastercrafted, it is 2 damage, into this unit here on
Of
the back
Ruststalkers.
of Ruststalkers, because
Very
they've only
nice.
got 2 wounds, haven't they?
They do.
So I'm hitting on 2s,
They will hit.
all hit, and their toughness 3.
Yep.
So I'm wounding you on 3s, and that is only 1 wound. It is -1, 2 damage.
Okay. 1's going to go through. It's going to be 1 dead. Okay.
Then I'm going to, because it's all pretty much the same, I will fire the Librarian, the Banner, and the Librarian and the Banner.
Yep.
Because the Apothecary advanced into
Yep.
them now.
It's the same unit, yeah?
Into the same unit, yeah.
Cool.
And then 3s, that's a little bit better. That's 4 saves, but it's only 1 damage, so you are getting your +1.
1 goes through. So 1 takes a wound. Okay.
And then that is it for my
Shooting phase.
My shooting phase. Actually, no. The chaplain, he can shoot actually with his bolters into the same unit.
Okay. 2 hits.
2 hits, 1 wound. This is -1.
He's okay.
Oh, I go through. So now it is the charge phase. Dark Angel's charge phase.
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with the Thunderhammer Storm Shield
Yep.
Terminators here, the 4 of them, and I'm going to just the Rustalkers here. Like, it's a very small charge.
But you want to slingshot this.
I want to slingshot it. As long as I can get one guy onto that objective at the back, I can obsec it off you.
We're going to be using a technique we call the whip.
Yeah.
And that is on the Academy. We're going to be showing you a little bit how you can do that right now.
Yeah. So, it's a 7.
Right. So you just need to put your first model within an inch.
Yep.
And then one model needs to get 7 inches beeline. So what Joe did here was he moved one guy within an inch. And then the other guy, which is the most important one, which was the one at the front, moved 7 inches over here. Now he needs to leave the largest gap possible here. So therefore, he has room to end closer to the closest enemy model, which is this one here. So he can end closer and just put his base onto there. That puts an obsec model straight on that objective. If he would have gone straight to here and based him, or over here, then you have to end closer, but you wouldn't have been able to end necessarily there. So you need to look at those distances.
Yep.
They're really crucial to make sure you can pile in towards the right model and still get those extra inches that you need to steal that objective. So that's a good play there. What are the charges are you going to do?
I'm going to send in the chaplain. He's going to go into the breacher and the unit of destroyers. Yep,
pop
going
him in.
straight up. Then I'm going to pop in the librarian next. 3 inches, so he's not going to make it.
Nope.
But then Belial's going to go on a double 1. He is being exceptionally good.
Also, he's out.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Banner going
helpful. I'm going to CP re-roll Belial.
Okay. Because I want to see what you can do, don't you?
We want to see what he can do. It's a 5.
He's definitely in now.
So he's in. It's a little bit closer. And then I might as well pop the banner in as well, around the corner. That's a 6.
So you're going to take a -2 movement penalty. So I don't think you can take 3 to there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it just yet.
Yeah. Cool. And then over here, this unit of Terminators is going to charge into June Rider. That's an 11. I don't need a massive roll, really.
Because you want to sit on the objective, zone out the edge, and just put one model up. Because what you don't want to do is actually kill the June Rider this turn.
No.
Because then all my models would jump out onto my own objective, and then I would claim that off you. Because I have an obsec, you have an obsec, and actually you're going to do this well, that you're going to get me only to 5 points in my command phase.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd score 10, and then you're going to not have that lead that you desperately want.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, cool.
So I'm going to have to go with...
Are the Blade Guard making a charge?
The Onga might be worth a charge, just because I know he's not blast, so I'm not stopping him from shooting, but I'm forcing him to shoot at that unit next turn.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, so I'm sending the Blade Guard in on an 8. That's what we want. So they're just going to go here, staying an inch away from those breaches, and that's it.
So where are you going to activate first?
I'm going to go with the Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators over here, because your guys put out a huge amount of mortal wounds and attacks. I have got the re-roll hits from the chaplain, so he will be buffing them as well.
Yep. So you're going to pile in that guy to get within an inch there of that objective, because it has to be done now. And then this guy has to move, ending slightly closer to there. In fact, you're not going to be able to keep coherency yet, so you'd have to use your consolidation once you've killed the unit. Yeah. So you need to kill the unit with this to take that objective off me.
So I'm only getting 3 guys into
that unit.
Those Rustalkers. And I am re-rolling.
So you need to end just there.
So that is, I'll get a +1 hit, but it doesn't matter. So 3, 6, 7, 8. This is -3 now.
8.
Yeah.
5 up and runnable saves.
5 up and runnable saves.
1, 2, 3, 4 saved, 4 dead. There is one model left.
Oh.
So I'm going to keep the model that keeps you pinned.
Yep. But we will pile in anyway.
Yeah.
So we're going to pile in like so, keeping the object guy there. He'll pile in like that onto this one.
Yeah.
Then the chaplain will go.
Yep.
He gets 4 attacks plus 1 for charging. Hitting you on 2s.
Yep.
Does he get the re-rolls from himself? I think it's only core units. So
We won't worry about it.
yeah, and then he's wounding you. He's strength 6.
Yep, so it's 4.
So 4, and it's -2 now.
1 goes through.
Yep.
2 damage.
2 damage.
So I've got 1 wound left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we'll do over here. It's just the one Terminator attacking your Doom Rider.
Yep.
So hitting you on 4s, 2 hits, wounding you on 3s, but I do get to re-roll because you've got over 8 wounds. That is 2 at -4 because it's Power Fist.
Goes through.
That's 4 damage.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I've got 8 wounds left.
And then I've just got the Blade Guard to go. They get 3 attacks plus 1 for charging.
Yep.
4 attacks for sergeant plus 1 for charging. So they're hitting on 3s. That was a terrible roll. But I am wounding you on 5s. But I do get to re-roll. 2 at -4.
5 of vulnerable saves both go through.
And they are 2 damage each.
Okay. Very nice.
Right. And then I can obviously activate Belial.
Yep.
So he's just going to basically pile in and consolidate. He won't be able to attack that guy.
So I can potentially spend 2 CPs and interrupt with him.
Yep.
And then I could put my attacks onto the unit that haven't fought yet.
Yeah.
Those Terminators that you brought back to life. I am tempted to do it for 2 CPs, but no, let's not worry about it. You carry on. I'm going to pick him up from Belial because Belial's going to absolutely smash him.
Yep.
Yeah. I think you probably should have gone with Belial first.
Yeah. He has only got 5 attacks though, so
But
we'd have to do.
He only has to kill 2 or 3, and
Yeah.
then the rest of the unit clear it and you push
That is
on. Because
true.
I got really lucky on those dice.
Yeah.
I got really lucky that I just saved just enough on the invuln. As we spoke about earlier, you had to wipe me to get onto that objective. Yeah. And also keep coherency. If you had a 5th model,
Yeah.
you'd be fine. But because one guy had to stay within an inch and keep coherency, it just made it a little bit trickier. Yeah. So my attack's back with my breacher now
Yeah.
onto the unit that haven't fought yet.
Okay.
2 hits. 2 wounds.
Ooh.
Oh no, 1 wound.
1 wound. 4 plus goes through.
So just the 1 on the wound dice.
Where it's you damage 2 or damage 3?
It's flat damage 3.
That's damage 3. Okay then. So super glad that he came back.
Yep.
So then it's the sergeant.
No, it won't be your sergeant because that would have been the sergeant that just
I'll do that
died.
again. They all hit, but I'll re-roll it again anyway. Then the chaplain.
Yep.
So 1 hit, a 3 to wound. That's a wound. -3 now.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, if you'd have got the litany off for that extra 3-inch consolidation, he now could have just zipped on there.
Yeah.
So a couple of key rolls there didn't go quite your way, but
What I could have done is rolled for the 2. The problem is, by using the command oratory, you can only use that stratagem if you haven't attempted any on that one chaplain.
Yeah.
And I wanted the maximum re-rolls off of him to really benefit.
Well, in fact, we should have maybe measured stuff out a bit more. I thought, right, well, maybe that +3 extra consolidation is more important.
Yeah.
And that's where it comes to that decision making. But when you're in the heat of battle, sometimes you can just go with maybe the extra efficiency rather than sometimes extra movement wins the game.
Yeah. I'm going to, obviously, the banner charged, so he can consolidate.
To get within 3 of your
to get within 3 of everyone else. Just means that he's a little bit safer from those las cannons.
Yeah.
And that's the end of mine. Did you want to attack back with your Doom Crawlers?
They're not going to do anything.
They're not going to do anything.
It's not worth it.
So that's the end of my turn. I haven't killed any vehicles.
No.
But I do get 3 points on
mental interrogation. Right, on to my turn 3.
Yeah.
The Admech turn 3 command phase roundup.
Yep.
This front unit here, I gave all of my abilities to. The ignore -1 and 2 AP.
Nice.
I gave them the inbuilt, can't be wounded on 1, 2, or 3.
Yep.
And also, what I've done is disembarked over here.
Yep.
Now, the character that's just come out of there is aura based, so he doesn't need to worry about his command phases. And the tetherer I've given to this unit, so they're going to ignore the -1 to hit, because I become ballistic skill 4 if I improve my weapon skill by 1.
Okay.
So I've got 1 unit of las cannons hitting on basically on 4s.
Yeah.
And then I've got the other unit hitting on 3s.
Okay.
Because they've got the data tetherer. Okay.
And that affects your Honor June crawlers as well, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be quite as good as shooting this turn.
No.
However, I'm going to be a little bit punchier.
I like it.
And then we're going to see what they can do. And yeah, see what happens.
All right then.
So on to the shooting phase. We're going to start off with the simple stuff. The Honor June Caller that's still in combat is going to shoot your Blade Guard.
All right then.
Now this not blast, which is really why I like this twin Phosphor Blaster.
Yeah.
So I'm getting -1 to hit.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting on 5s, and I've missed with everything. You've got off lightly.
As intended. I knew that was going to happen, and that's why I did it.
Okay.
Just.
Next up, we've got the 3 units of breaches right there.
And they're going to shoot at?
The bikes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they get 6 shots.
Yep.
Only 2 hit.
Ooh.
It's not a good start. 2 wound though.
Nice.
On your invulnerable save.
Fuck. 1 goes through.
Yep.
2 damage.
Flat 2 damage.
Yeah, so I've got 2 wounds left. I'll take that off.
The other Honor June Caller is going to carry on shooting at that unit.
Yeah.
They're hitting on 4s now.
Yeah.
It's not good. 2 wounds, mate.
Yeah. It really affects them, doesn't it, that -1?
It does.
1 pass, 1 fail. So
2
1
damage.
is dead.
Okay. And then what we're going to go for next is these 2 boats are going to shoot into this one.
Okay.
We'll do that off screen because a lot of shots, a lot of rolling, but we can tell you how that goes down.
Yeah.
That's all the shooting from that side of the table. And then I'm going to make a big charge in a moment with those Rust Stalkers.
Okay.
Next up, we're going to be moving over to the other side of the table here where we've got the Iron Striders.
Okay.
This is the unit hitting on 3s. And I mean, your Librarian is just sat there waiting to be shot right now. And if I can get rid of him, it does get rid of a lot of your mental interrogation possibilities. However, him on his own, he's not going to do a great deal. So I still think I need to deal with that threat in front of me, which is those 4...
Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators.
That's the ones.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use all my las cannons hitting on 3s into that unit.
Sweet.
I'm re-rolling 1s. So that's 5 hits.
Nice. 4s.
Only 3.
Ooh.
Do I spend a CP on a re-roll? I'm going to CP re-roll 1.
Yeah?
Yeah, 4.
Totally worth it. So 4 invulnerable saves of 4+. 2 pass, 2 fail.
So we need to see what the damage is because you are going to get a 6+ invulnerable save.
Yeah, you've got another 6 las cannons to shoot at them, so I'm not going to re-roll it.
Okay. So the first one is 1 damage.
So that becomes 3.
Yeah.
Well, it becomes 4, doesn't it? Because D3 plus 3.
Yep, but then you -1 damage from your thing, so it's 3 damage.
Oh, just dropped a dice on the floor. 1 is dead.
So if you'd have rolled a 6 there,
I know.
that'd have been really unlucky for me. Next one is 6 damage, or becomes 5 damage. 2 dead.
Oh.
2 Terminators dead.
So close. It's so far.
Okay. Now, I need to continue killing that unit, otherwise you're just going to bring guys back. So the next unit of las cannon is going to go straight into that 2-man unit there. Real ones. Hitting on 4s though, but still 5 hits this time. And that is 4 wounds on that. Just 2 guys left.
Come on, big roll. Ugh, 3 failed.
So the first one is going to be probably dead, and then, so do you want to roll the first one?
Which is
5 damage.
Yeah, so 5 damage. I want 3 6s. No.
And then the other 2 will be dead. So they're both dead.
Oh, sad times.
Okay. Now I've got the June Caller left. So I technically can shoot whatever I want at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of just going for the... I'm actually going to go for the librarian now.
Yeah,
if I can
makes
get
sense.
rid of the librarian, then I can obviously get rid of your mental interrogation.
Yep.
And he's probably got the worst amount of save, and he's not going to get a feel no pain either. But I can't hit for toffee.
Oh. There you go. Oh.
So 3 hits against him.
Yeah, wounding on 4s.
Only 2.
Only 2. And you're -2?
-2, yeah.
Yeah, so he's got 4 up save then.
Mm-hmm.
Both failed. Just down to 1 wound.
Right. Now this is where the guys are really going to come in play. The galvanic rifles. They're going to shoot you.
Oh.
They're going to get 10 shots. They are heavy.
Yeah.
And I'm hitting at -1 ballistic skill already.
Yeah.
So 10 shots. But I'm hitting on 3s normally, but I'm basically suffering -2.
Yeah.
Because you modify the ballistic skill by 1, and then I'm -1 to hit because I'm move and heavy.
Yeah.
So 5s.
Yeah.
That's 2 hits, 3 hits, and I can reroll 1s. 3 hits. I can reroll 1s because of my... It's just 1 armor save.
1 armor save. Any minus?
-1.
Oh, so 3 plus save.
It's big.
It's a 3.
He's done it.
He's still going.
He's done it.
He's still trucking.
So the Tech Priest Dominus. He hits on 3s because he's obviously moved with a heavy weapon.
Yeah.
But he's not a Scutari, so he doesn't suffer that penalty.
Okay.
It's 3 hits.
Nice.
Any 6s do 2 mortal wounds.
That's pretty tasty.
But it's
isn't
got no AP. Come on, give me a 6. There's a 6. It's enough. The librarian is gone.
He is dead.
It's gone. So we just got a clump of heroes over there I need to deal with. All good. So we'll roll these shots off camera, and then we'll go into the charge phase.
Nice.
So we wrapped up that Dune rider into the bike.
Yeah.
One of them couldn't shoot because obviously he fell back earlier that turn. So we're into the charge phase. I'm going to kick off with the breaches. Are going to go into those remaining 2 blade guard.
Okay.
They're in.
They're in. Happy days.
Then what we're going to do is the Rust Stalkers are going to go into both the Terminators and also that bike.
Nice.
They're in on an 8.
Oh.
And then what we're going to do over here is this unit of Rust Stalkers are going to charge just this 1 man. And I'm going to try and stay outside of 3 so you can't hurricane intervene.
Yep.
But I need to get rid of him, otherwise you're just going to bring back another guy again.
Yep.
They're in on a 7, so
Yep.
they're going to be fine there. So that concludes all of my charges. We'll pile those in and then we'll start resolving the attacks. Combat phase. My favourite phase. We're going to finally see what these Rust Stalkers can do. Now, this unit of 10 over here are going to make this unit here fight last, because you can now give relics to the principals.
Okay.
So that they've got a relic to make you fight last over here. And then this unit over here, they get exploding 6s because of the mask that you're able to take.
Nice.
So, because I'm making this unit fight last, I'm not too worried about that 1 bike. I'm not really too worried about those blade guard in their position. My most important thing was, when I moved in those Rust Stalkers, I didn't want to be within 3 inches of her from Belial, but I couldn't get out from that chaplain. So the chaplain's in. So I'm now going to pile in. And then just make sure I can get within an inch of those models.
Yeah.
How many CPs is it to fight? So you make me fight through 1 rank.
1.
Okay, so I'm going to make sure both of those guys there can get within an inch, okay?
Okay.
And stay outside of an inch from Belial. Right, so there, I'm going to put... I'm not going to get greedy. I'm going to put 3 guys in combat with that lone Terminator.
Okay.
And 1 guy can just see what he can do into that chaplain. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I'm probably better off just seeing how you rolled the other day, overkill the model.
Yeah.
1 guy's not going to do much to a chaplain anyway. So these guys are going to get 3 attacks each.
Yep.
And the principal's going to get that extra attack. 6s are an extra hit, and I hit on 2s, so I get 3 extra hits.
Nice.
And then remember, 6s are mortal wounds.
Ugh, gross.
So I've only done 1 mortal wound there, so I'm glad I didn't. So you need to make 2, 4, 6 saves and a mortal.
Any minus on those?
Yeah, it'd be like a power weapon, so -3.
Okay. Oh,
It's 4 damage.
He's dead.
Yeah. You do get your feel no pain, but you're
I'm
outside
out,
of 3.
I'm out of the range of him.
Okay. So I'm not going to consolidate. I can consolidate an ending closer.
Yeah.
Just to basically move, block, Belial, and the rest of them. Okay?
Okay.
So you can't interrupt, can you?
No.
So next up is going to be the unit of Rust Stalkers over there. I'm just going to position these in such a way that I can get as many, because if you do use that stratagem, obviously,
Yeah.
it's up to you. At the moment, I'm going to be able to get...
You're going to get so many in, and plus their mortal wounds that they can do, there's literally no point playing that stratagem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put 2 guys onto this bike,
Yeah.
and the other 8 onto here.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 1 CP, so I gain an extra attack.
Nice.
I am tempted to spend another CP to get +1 strength, but I don't really think it's worth it, because you could probably just transhuman the bike anyway, so I'll keep my CPs.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to go with, and let's see what they can do. So they're going to get 4 attacks each now. So this is the 2 on the bike.
Yep.
Hitting on 2s. Rerolling hits and wounds of 1 because my Marshal has got a relic.
What's your strength?
So I'm strength...
Well, it doesn't matter because
5.
you roll 4 sixes, so he's dead.
Yes, it's quite good. Yep.
So he's dead. There we go.
Yeah, I'm strength 5 because I'm strength 4 base +1 for having a power sword.
Yeah.
Then the other 8 guys onto... So this is 4 of them.
Yeah.
And I got another 4. Can these guys kill the Terminators? It's a good roll so far. All hit.
Yeah. 4s.
4s, yeah. 6s are mortals. We've got only 2 mortal wounds.
Oh, that's good.
That's not the best start from me there. Oh, 3 mortal wounds, beg your pardon. 3, and then another 9 saves so far on your invulnerables.
9. 5s. Oh, 1 more is dead and 1 takes a wound.
Okay. So how many's dead so far?
Dead and 1 takes a wound. So 2 are dead so far.
2 are dead. Okay. And then the other guys. Reroll 1s. They all hit. That +1 to hit is really nice with these guys. 6 is mortal, so that's another 1 dead.
Well, 1's
Yep.
taking a wound, so that wound passes over.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then 3, 6, 8 invulnerable saves.
And
It's a good roll there.
It's a good roll. So 1 dies and 1 takes a wound. So 1 dies, 1 takes.
It's a very good roll there, Joe.
Yeah.
So 1's got 1 wound left.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'm just
Oh
gonna...
no, 1 dies and 1 takes a wound. So he's got 2 wounds left.
Okay. So then I'm just going to consolidate and wrap him up nice and tight.
Yeah. Put the wound on the wrong one there, but I honestly thought that you'd just kill the whole unit. So.
You can if you want.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy for you to do that.
Yeah,
if you want to keep the guy back on the objective,
Yeah.
no problem. So it means you're upset, you will claim that.
Yeah.
No problem at all. That'd be the smart thing to do. Then the 3 breaches into those blade guard.
Whoa. So what did you hit on?
4s.
Oh my.
Just the 1 then.
Just the 1 here actually.
Because they don't get the +1 to hit. 1 wound.
Here's a wound, 4 plus. 1's dead.
Yeah, flat 3 damage, yeah.
Boop. Like so.
And then I'll just wrap him up too.
Oh, lovely.
Alright.
So I get to do my attacks back now.
You do.
Okay, so I'll do the chaplain first.
Yep.
So attacking the boys over there. I did check. Chaplains do give it to characters and core.
Nice.
So it gets all those hits. I am strength 6. I'm winning you on 2s.
Yep.
Ooh.
3.
3.
Minus 2.
Minus 2. I was tempted to re-roll, but you've got how many left?
4.
4. Oh, okay.
5 plus invulnerable saves. D2 damage?
2 damage each, yeah.
So in which case that's 2 dead. I'll get rid of him. And I don't really want you to get rid of those 2. So I have to pick up my sergeant at this point.
Yeah.
To maintain coherency and keep you in combat, which is worth it more, I think, for me.
And then the 1 Terminator here.
Yep.
He's hit you twice. Wounds you only once.
And they're okay.
He's made an invulnerable save. And then the Blade Guard, he charged me, so I do get my extra attack.
Onto who?
Onto the destroyers, the breachers.
Okay.
So 2 hits, no wounds.
No wounds. All right.
Yeah.
So at the end of my turn, I get 2 points for my engage. This one's within 6 to get that. And I've still got my while we stand, we fights on the table, but I might could lose one here.
Potentially.
Could lose one.
Potentially.
So anyway, on to your turn 4 now, Joe. I have done well on that, but you are still going to score a good 10 points.
Yeah.
So big turn for you then.
And I'm getting 5 on my
Yes.
on that. So I can't score any more
Psychic Ritual.
Psychic Ritual.
Because of my my Dominus just one-shotted you.
Which is a problem.
Mm.
So I need to start killing some vehicles. You've done a really good job at just not using vehicles to come anywhere near me.
Yeah.
It's a bit annoying.
But now they're pushing in.
Yeah.
Right, let's do it onto your turn 4, Joe.
Cool. Dark Angel's turn 4. It's pretty much a turn roundup. We're going to skip straight through to
The good stuff.
the good stuff. So command phase, Belial puts his chapter master rerolls on himself.
Strong.
Chaplain puts rerolls on everybody.
Yeah.
At this stage, just himself. The banner and the apothecary, like the brave souls they are, hiding in the trees. The Terminators at the back here have waddled out from their building. They're going to attempt to try and get some points back for the team.
Well, you're currently up on the points.
Yeah, and I've got 2 command points.
Treat yourself.
I'll treat myself. The Terminator here, who's stuck in amongst it, is...
I'm surprised you didn't desperate breakout, you know.
Should I do it?
I think you should, because if you can desperate breakout,
It gets me an extra turn.
it gets you an extra turn and it stops me scoring 15.
Let's do it. 2 CP.
Emotional breakout.
Emotional breakout. How we go? It's a 3, thank God. I would have cried.
Yeah.
So he's just going to...
Yeah. It's a good play.
He's going to waddle over here,
Yeah.
stroke the wall, get some cover safe, the emotional support wall, and yeah, that's that done. Cool, new progression.
Yep.
And then obviously the single blade guard is about to eat some power claw.
Yeah. Now you've done all your shooting.
I did all shooting.
And nothing.
Pretty much did nothing. I did a smattering of wounds on these tugboats, but that's about it.
You just fired some storm bolters. We weren't going to bore you with that. So we're on to good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's do combat.
So charge phase. This unit of Terminators here is going to charge the boat.
I'm not going to overwatch.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 4. That is enough.
You're in.
And that's a 3. So
Remember, you've got to leave a guy on that objective.
I know.
He's only got 6 wounds left, so a couple of power fists and you could punch him through.
So what I'm going to do is move those round. So the sergeant's just chilling on that objective.
Yeah.
And then Big Belial is going to charge into the front unit of
Chickens. Well, I'm going to overwatch.
He did this before and it didn't go down too well for me. But I believe in Belial.
6 shots.
Yeah. Oh.
It's reroll 1s though.
No.
Missed with everything.
Ooh. And Belial is going 11.
He's in.
He wants it.
Any particular direction or just
We'll
straight?
just straight onto the objective.
Straight onto the objective. All right, I'll put him in. Straight in the gullet.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And that is
it? Okay.
So Belial was going. It's got 5 attacks.
Yeah.
Hits on 2s. I'm strength 6 to your toughness of 6.
Yep.
So I'm wounding you on 4s.
Yep. Well, you can wound me on 4s because of my warlord trait, yeah.
Yeah. So that's all hit. That's what we like to see.
Yes, that's
He wounds on 4s. That is 4 saves. He is, because it is, I'm in the combat doctrine, that is -5. Do they get an invulnerable save in combat?
They get a 6+ invulnerable save.
Don't roll any. That'd be great.
That's a 1. That's the opposite of a 6. So this one should be a 6 now.
Well, that's dead because he's got damage 3. Ah! He's just run in, boop, boop, killed 2.
Oh no.
Like an absolute hero.
Oh dear, they're off. Chickens.
And then he'll pile in to touch the other las cannon squad.
Okay.
Because I don't want them las cannon and my characters on the objectives.
I'm going to tell you now, I can fall back and shoot with a unit from a relic.
I'm just closer now, so
okay, cool.
just deal with that, I say. The Terminator's here. 12 attacks, hitting on 4s.
That's a good roll. That's a good strong roll there.
That is a strong roll.
Yeah.
I'm wounding you on 3s, but I get to re-roll because you've got a wounds characteristic of 8.
Yeah, lucky. So that's a bit of a terrible roll, that.
That's a bit of a whiffer. That is 4, 5, 6, 7 at -4.
Does it explode? No. Another boat gone.
There's another boat gone.
Getting some big points now, Joe.
Yeah, I'm not going to go any further. I'm not going to consolidate because I don't want to be in big laser range.
You don't.
You get to pick the next unit to attack.
I'm going to go with my 2 Ruststalkers.
Against my champion?
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, I had to sacrifice my Princept earlier.
Oh, yeah. So you're not getting anything special?
No exploding 6s anymore, no rerolls to miss. But I still hit on 2s, though. No, I wouldn't be able to, because I'd have to pick a new Doctoring this turn. So I'll go for the extra save characteristic.
Yeah.
Both failed a wound.
Nice. So now I'm going to go for the Blade Guard Sergeant.
Yep.
He's got 4 attacks, isn't he, the Blade Guard Sergeant? So he's hitting you on 3s.
Yep.
He's hit you twice. And this is on the, obviously, the breaches.
Yep.
And I've wounded you once.
Okay,
This is
very
-4. It's 2 damage.
So he's got wound left.
Yeah.
So their attack's back.
He's about to have his head absolutely crushed. Much like his dreams.
9 attacks. That was a better hit roll for me this time. And I've gone for the one which gives me +1 strength. Not that it matters. Plus 2 wounds.
2 wounds, 2 4-ups coming at you. That's 2 4-ups.
So is that the end of your turn?
No, because the chaplain's going to balk you right on the head.
Okay.
Over there. He has hit you 4 times. He has wounded you 4 times. That is -2 damage.
5 ups. They're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And then he is gonna just consolidate. Over
Okay.
there. He's gonna pop a wheelie onto the pipes and just boop you.
All right then. So I'm not going to worry about attacking back. There's no point.
Yep.
So we're on to the. Well, my turn 4 then.
Well, I scored some points at the end of that
did.
turn.
You
as
scored.
controversial as you may think, I scored 4 points.
You did 1 for each of the chickens.
Yeah.
And then 2 points for the boat. Very nice. 4 points. Cool. Like it, mate.
Yeah.
Good score. Good
I'm
score.
on the rise.
You are now. You're getting a bit of a
Yeah.
pushing the hammer in, aren't you? And at the start of this, I've got the OBSEC unit on mine, so I still hold that one. So I'm going to get 10 points.
Yeah. 3 for 3.
3, 4, 3. Okay, lovely. So on to my turn 4. Turn 4 for the Admech. Again, I've made the other unit of Iron Striders, so you can't wound them on a 1, 2, 3, and they're also going to ignore -1, 2 AP. All right. Cool. Now what I did here was I fell back the 1 here, so I've made 1 unit. They can fall back and shoot.
Yeah.
Because of one of the abilities I have there from the relic. But this one's fallen back, but position himself in such a way that if you heroically intervene, you have to heroically intervene into him because he's the closest model.
Unlike what he did there.
Tactics. Then what I've done, just wheeled this guy around, got some firing lines onto Belial, and then obviously the stuff over here has kind of stayed exactly the same with the Dune Crawler because I just can't kill that Blade Guard. These guys, because I've gone for the extra save, I don't get the extra movement, so actually I'm just going to finish off this guy and hopefully then move around. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I could have used the data tether ability in fairness in the command phase to ignore the extra movement, but I really want this guy dead, take you off that objective, hopefully claim that one back, and then they can start to push on for turn 5.
Nice.
Then I can work my way into here. So we're going to head over to the shooting phase where it's all going to kick off.
Yep.
We'll do the easy stuff first of all, the breaches into that remaining Blade Guard. Okay? I'm hitting. No, I can't shoot because they're not a vehicle.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to shoot the
Big boy gun.
the big boy instead. Yep.
All right.
Yeah. So shooting phase, we're going to start off with the easy stuff. I'm going to start off with the Onaga Dune Caller into that Blade Guard. I'm -1 to hit, so I'm hitting 4s. Just a strong 3 hits.
Oh, so lucky.
It's 1 wound.
It's all coming at Millhouse, you know. It's a 5. He loves life. He's like, and what?
Cool. You've got your good dice out of the way. I've got my bad dice out of the way. Now it's time for my 3 las cannons to shoot Belial.
Oh.
I just don't like him. Okay.
Yep.
Here we go then. 6 shots. It's 5 hits. Ready for this? For the wounds? That's 3 wounds, and I'm going to spend a CP on a reroll. That's 4 wounds. That's 4 wounds on Belial. Got to clear my lines off, mate. Come on.
Belial's my favourite.
I know. It helps me a little bit more when he dies.
4's. Oh, 2 have gone through. He's dead because you're 3 plus 3. Yeah. So he's taken 12 damage.
Eat that. Yeah.
Wow.
Eat it. Now the other onager and the other onager are both going to shoot the chaplain there. Okay. Just gonna do
Onager?
Yeah, the onagers. What did I say? The onager dream crawlers.
You said the onagers, yeah.
Yeah, they're both going to shoot at that chaplain, just to keep it quick and easy.
Yeah.
They
was
They cannot hit for toffee though.
bad.
Yeah.
3s. What's strength for you?
6, mate.
Yeah, so 3s.
3, 6 saves, -2.
So 4 up in ones. He's absolutely fluffed it, and it's
See you
2,
later.
4, 6, 8. Yeah, he's dead.
See you later, chappers.
Oh.
It's like my dice are doing something now. Charges here into here.
Yep.
Do you want to Overwatch?
No.
Cool. Oh, I've
That's
rolled.
a 2.
I've rolled enough.
Yeah.
I've rolled a 3. Okay. Now we can get 5 guys within an inch.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to play a stratagem,
I can't. I've got no CP left.
well, you're not doing that then, are you?
No.
Right. So that's that situation resolved.
Given how many mortal wounds this unit puts out, probably just going to pick him up.
I mean, my Primus dude might even kill him on his own. Maybe. Yeah, he does enough. Right. So
over here,
yes,
my blade guard, annoyingly, well, I'm not in engagement. I'm engagement range of that thing, aren't I?
you're engagement range of all that.
So
yeah.
I'm going to put my attacks into that.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I should have been putting all my attacks into that the whole time.
You should have. Yeah. Because
So-
if you manage to kill him,
Yeah.
then obviously,
That would have been 2 points. So he's hit you once.
yeah.
Not with those kind of rolls.
You actually hit me twice because you didn't move in the movement phase.
Oh,
But you don't wound.
I don't win. But I get to re-roll because you start starting.
And
That's why I should have done it.
That's 2 wounds.
That's
yeah.
2 wounds, you see. -4.
But my 5+ invulnerable save, tank them both. 5 and a 6 there. Sorry, Joe. Sorry.
Why?
It goes like that sometimes. You tell me, you know. Anyway, that's the end of my turn. So we're going to be heading over now to your turn 5, mate.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Dark Angels turn 5, like round up. It's a sorry day. I still get 10 points at the start of my turn.
And you get 5 points for stubborn.
Yeah, for stubborn defiance. That's good. Steve is going to be getting 15 points regardless at the end of his turn. I can't stop. There's nothing I can do. So now it's literally just a points grab.
Yeah.
I've got no abilities to kick off because the only abilities I do have for my command phase only affect core, and they're all the way over there. So literally I've got to make 3 charges.
Okay, go on then.
Okay.
Where's the first one happening?
So the first one, banner into your walker over there.
Okay.
I need a 3.
He's in.
I've rolled a 10.
Do you want to go on to the objective or you're not fussed?
I'm not fussed. There's nothing really to stop me there. And if I go within 3 of your other kind of your chickens, you just move away, so I won't be able to directly intervene into you. Then the other Terminator's going to charge in. He needs a 3. I rolled a 3.
Yep.
Happy days. Now I just need a 7 with this unit of Terminators here.
Yep.
To get into your June
Okay.
roller. That's a 5. I do have a command point left.
Go for it.
So.
That's a 6.
6. Oh,
Let's have a
just
little look. You're within 7, so you need a 6.
Oh.
Sometimes taking the building away actually helps you get a more precise measurement.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you sometimes do it like on a cusp, it can look a bit further than it actually is. So
All right then.
if in doubt, always pick up the train. Yep.
Okay, so I'll go with. Are you going to interrupt over there?
I'm not going to interrupt.
Okay, so I'll do the apothecary and the banner at the same time.
Yep.
I get 8 attacks. I'm hitting on 4s because they got power fists.
Yep.
Sad so. Oh, that's only 3. And then I need 3s. 2 go through. It is -4, so you're on your invuln.
Come on, baby. It's both gone through. It's 4 damage.
4 damage. And then
2 wounds left.
over here, these Terminators onto the last Doom Rider. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are all the power fists. Oh, that is not great. But the good thing is I get to re-roll to wound versus you. Doesn't matter. I wounded you 4 times.
Okay.
-4.
Okay.
Does it have an invulnerable save?
Don't think so.
So
he's dead.
Yeah.
Doesn't explode.
Does not explode. So then he pops off. Oh my. It doesn't really matter if I consolidate or not, but we'll do it anyway.
Yeah, because I score at the end of my turn, don't I?
So it means you have to get rid of them. But
then you've got another power fist over there?
No.
Oh.
That is it.
Okay.
That is it.
Because that would have denied me 5 points on the
I
while we stand we
it's
fight.
a big one. It was a big one, but it gets me 1 point.
Over there.
Ooh.
Can I kill you? We've been trying for a long time.
Yeah.
It's a much better 4 hits that time.
50-50 4s.
2 saves, please.
2 saves.
2 saves.
Of 4+. He's done it before. And he
he's done
continues to do it.
You need to promote this guy.
He is an absolute hero.
He needs to become like one of those captains, who holds the shield.
So he is now going to attack your Onager.
Hitting on 2s.
Hitting on double 1. And then I'm wounding, but I failed to wound, but I get to re-roll.
No.
That is not a wound. That is it. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
I get literally pick up an extra 2 points there.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. So over to yours.
Turn 5.
Yeah.
Here we go. The Admech turn 5.
Yeah.
Lucius,
Yeah.
the relic. I've got my Dominus.
Yeah.
I can pick up a core unit within 3.
Yeah.
I can redeploy anywhere on the table.
Nice.
9 inches away from you, 6 inches within my Warlord, and also the unit.
Yeah.
So, Dominus, at the end of movement phase, it's going to come down with his unit over here. We're going to steal that objective, and we're going to scramble.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, I've just set the turn up so the Ruststalkers can charge into those Terminators, hopefully clear those through. But actually, I don't really want to risk it, because if they bounce, I could lose potentially while we stand we fight.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do anything there. I fell back from your Blade Guard in case you got really, really lucky, so I don't lose any more points from Bring It Down.
Yeah.
And then I just fell back over here, so I'm outside of Heroic Intervention range. And again, I could probably shoot those, but we don't need to sort of go through that, because it's not going to make an impact on the game whatsoever. Because at this point, I get 1, 2, 3, 4 objectives.
Yeah.
So I score my 15 at the end of the turn. And also, I'm going to get my 3 points for engaging all fronts.
Nice.
So the final score, Joe. You ready?
Yeah.
74.
Still a good score.
It's a very good score, actually.
Yeah.
91.
It's an incredible score. It's very good.
Admech could actually be my army, for the season, but who knows?
Yeah.
Like it.
It's a really good aggressive list, and it's got incredible shooting, incredible combat, and there's just not much like you can do to kind of counter. Because if you bring it down, you don't even have to bring your vehicles forward. Like if you wanted to, the Dune Riders could just sit in your back lines, and you can just disembark and run across the table. It's a really hard matchup. It's
a great codex, I really think. I love the fact that there's some awesome utility in this book.
Yeah.
So let's do a bit of a debrief. So what went well? Let's start with you. What do you think you did well?
I managed to get my 15 points on Stubborn Defiance.
Yeah.
I held that really good. I kind of held 2 objectives every turn, so I got consistent 10 points.
On the primary.
On the primary, I'm really happy with that. Just kind of pottering backwards and forwards. I just got unlucky on taking down one of your while we stand, but I picked up a few vehicles and stuff like that. I was just happy that it was just a consistent game, just holding on and not constantly trading, but making sure that objective over there was like my push point, and these 2 I just kind of held on to. You did at the end of the game kind of push into here, but I just held on to this half of the table.
You did, yeah. So what do you think you could have done better?
Secondaries wise, like mental interrogation is a good option if you've got a cycle and your opponent has lots of characters. But in your list, like having played against it, is you don't have to really bring your characters out. No. I made the mistake of not leaving him near a unit so you could pick him up.
Yeah.
So I maybe would have got another 6 points maybe throughout the game on that. But if you wanted to, you could have denied me all the points.
Yeah. I could have just kept falling back.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I could, like, the way this Dark Angels list works, it works really well by just not interacting with your opponent at all. Yeah. I could have literally spent 5 turns, sat in these 3 buildings, and then once a turn, sending out a bike unit. But that's not a great game. That's not fun. But
no, you could have gone for engage in all fronts.
Yeah.
Would have actually scored you pretty well.
Yeah.
Probably instead of mental interrogation. You can't take banners because obviously that's in the same category as stubborn defiance, but you could have took while we stand we fight.
Yeah.
And maybe you finished the game on 5 to 10 points. You could probably played a little bit defensively. So, but I don't think that necessarily changes the outcome of the game.
No.
It makes it a little bit tighter. But then you'd have also had to play a bit more defensively and maybe given me too much of the table, and I maybe have scored a little bit more in the primary because you really penned me in.
Yeah.
And then I had to sort of come out from that. But for me, what went well, I think I felt like I got great utility out of each of my units.
Yeah.
I felt like I looked at the table well, I saw where the firing lanes were, I analysed, the threats, and I really shot to kill. Yeah. So I put everything I could into something to really do what I needed to. Yeah. There was only a couple of occasions where I maybe fell short, but apart from that, for me, the Rust Stalkers, outstanding unit now.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to look to run 3 units.
3 units of 10.
Maybe 3 units of 10. There are a lot of points, but actually the 2 5s and the 10 did work well.
They're like a 10-man unit can run into some of the hardest things in the game and just pick it up with no issues.
Yeah,
so
and now
good.
In 8th edition, you never saw them, and I think they're a really good piece. Admech have really lacked this ability to get into objectives and clear people off, but this unit can do it, and it's awesome to see that. The Ballistari Iron Striders, phenomenal, love them. And I think with Lucius, because there's, Agrippina, there's Mars, there's Riser, you're looking through the book and you're like, what do I take? Because they all have some really great abilities. I like Lucius, like this little trick I did at the end, massive.
Yeah.
That is absolutely huge, that kind of little trick at the end, saving it to the last minute. I like the extra save. I like the, inbuilt can't wound on a 1 to 3. Yeah. So I really like Lucius. It's cool with the yellow army. And
being able to pick your canticles now is really, really nice. And you've really got the most out of all the Scutari units in this book, like building in the character buffs. You can literally just move everywhere. They're super quick. It's almost like playing an Eldar army.
They're very similar to Eldar, They just don't fly.
Yeah.
They're a more foot-based Eldar army, really. Yeah. But they do go down. We've played this game before, myself and Joe literally tabled me. Yeah. Literally tabled me on a slightly different map. I think I went first and you went second, so there is a difference there. So on stream, we'll probably do this game again. Maybe swap over who goes first so you guys can see that. And no doubt we'll probably run the Admech into the Drakari as well, and also the Death Guard, the Necron, some of the most recent 9th edition codexes. So again, we obviously stream every Tuesday at 7 PM British Summer Time, so check that out. Really hope you've enjoyed this game. Remember, the lists are below. The link to Vanguard Tactics TV is also going to be in the description. And if you want to join the Academy to really help you, gain those 6 C's that we always keep going on about, which is helping people get the community that they really need, giving you that confidence, the clarity, giving that composure, and also finally, most importantly, getting consistent. And then one day, could even become a coach. Yeah. Coach of your local hub of community, because we want players to be able to go out and teach other players how to play. And that's what it's all about. So if you want to and interested in that, then the links are going to be below. But thank you so much. If you did enjoy this battle report, remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you on another video. So till then, take care.
Goodbye.